Welcome to today's WordPress Means Business Bite-Sized webinar. Today we're going to look at WordPress shortcodes. What are they? How do you use them? And how do you avoid making a bit of a mess with them? I'm going to show you a few different plugins that use shortcodes, some of which are free, some of which are paid. The principle is the same. The main thing I need you to get out of this is obviously how to use shortcodes. And if you see some other plugins that you like along the way and you want to play with them, then great. Okay, so let's have a little look at what I mean. So this is a new WordPress page. Let's look, shortcode demo, let's call it. Imagine a different name. It's got a strange permalink. There we go, shortcode demo. Okay, now I've got a lot of different plugins added in. You can see there's loads of ones that do different things. I'm just going to start off with something really simple. So if I wanted to, I've got a plugin called Gravity Forms that you design a form. It could be a contact form or some really clever smart form. You then have an option to then insert the forms that you've created. So let's do a contact us page that I've set up earlier. I'm just going to make a few changes. And that's added in something in square brackets. So you can see here, so it's got something square brackets, particular code. Generally, you're just not meant to do very much with it. Other than, obviously, you can put stuff around it. So I can put in text above, text below. So I could customize that page. So that thing in square brackets is called a shortcode. If we actually look at what's happened to the page, we should now see a contact form. There's our text above, there's the contact form, there's the text below. So you can see that's the shortcodes. It can be used as a marker for different bits of programming, different plugins that you've added in to do their stuff. I mean, just to give you another example, if we just insert one of these from, I think it's from either Shortcode Deluxe or WP Graphics. If we just add one of those in, let's put in that, I don't know, let's see, watch video. If I insert that, you'll see, there we go, another thing in square brackets. If you're clever, you can do a little bit of editing there. You can probably work out that if you change it to 33, you'll get something different. And obviously you can cut and paste these anywhere you like. So those are simple ones. If I update that, just so you can see what that does. So that's put in an image. In this case, the formatting's all wrong because of the design of this theme puts boxes around any images. So that would need to be sorted out in your theme. Okay, so those are simple ones. Let's get rid of that. Now there are other things you can do, as an example, I've got a plugin called ET Shortcodes, which is a part of a membership package. There's a few other things that will do exactly what we're doing here. It allows you to do things like put in extra columns. So we should be able to do to split a column into two if I do something like this. Bear with me. So that is the beginning. So you can see I've got two things going on there. I've got an open shortcode, I've got something in the middle, and I've got a closed shortcode. So it's slightly different to those ones you saw before. Let's see, this is going to be column 2. So this basically says make 2 columns, each a half wide. Now the only thing I also need to do is put in underscore last, just to make sure that it knows that that's the last thing that I'm doing, and it'll stop it doing anything strange. So hopefully, if I've got this right, if we go off and view the page, I should have things split into 2. There we are, 2 columns. Obviously in this case I've also got a sidebar going on here, but it's splitting across the content area, which is that area there. Let's just make that a full width page with no sidebar. Okay, so that should now be edge to edge. So there's column 1, column 2. So the main thing to be aware of is obviously anything that is between those two shortcodes is going to be put into that column. If you do anything strange, like spell it wrong, so that the two things don't match, let me show you what happens. Say you get something. You say you thought it was halves with an S. Basically, what's going to happen is you will see the shortcode. So you can see you've now got it's now displaying instead of actually doing something. So that's a clue that either you've put it in wrong, or that the plugin that you're using is no longer active. So if I deactivated the Forms plugin with a Forms thing, any page with a Forms shortcode in will stop working. Just to give you another example of that, you can also do 1/3. Let's have a look. 1/3 width. So again, you have a close one, so a slash 1/3. So this is quite a nice way of getting nice little layouts. Now this is the final third, so I need to put underscore last. That's just the format for ET shortcodes. I'll put a link to the plugins in the show notes on the bottom of the page that this exists on. So let's have a little look at that. There you go. So we've got a third, a third, a third. And there are variations of it. You can do a 2/3 column and then a third column. But the main thing you just got to be careful of is that you don't destroy that pattern of open, close, open, close. You may find that you sometimes end up with things not lining up. So if I put an extra bit of space in there, save it away. Now that's actually worked it out fine. Sometimes you'll find that things don't line up quite right. You'll end up with something down the line from the other ones. That's normally because you need to get rid of some extra spaces that you've put. So hopefully you enjoyed that little quick tour of WordPress shortcodes. They come up everywhere, and the more or the less that you're frightened of them, the more that you'll actually get out of your WordPress site. So your theme may well have shortcodes, so have a look in the theme documentation, and obviously plugins add loads and loads and loads of them. So I look forward to seeing you in another bite-sized webinar. You can find the schedule on wpmeansbusiness.com. I look forward to seeing you in another one. Bye bye.